What's up, everybody? Welcome back, your subscriber. If you're new, welcome. So today, guys, if you guys have been, if anyone's been living under a rock, you probably have seen that the crypto markets and the stock market and everything is just tanking right now. But the big story right now in the crypto market is the UST Terra USD stablecoin. So the UST stablecoin, what its purpose is to basically have the value of being equal to $1. And as you can see, it deemed as a stablecoin, it's actually lost its peg, and now it's at trading at 86 cents or 87, close to 87 cents, right? So that is a big no-no. So anyone that is taking profits into a UST stablecoin, they're actually down 13% on their cash, basically on their money, and that is not. It's basically not doing what it's supposed to do, right? And also Luna or Terra Luna which is basically the cryptocurrency behind UST. You look at it right now, it is actually, oh my goodness, it is down to $37 right now, down 41%. Try to zoom that in for you guys that are on mobile devices there. But Terra Luna, $37 right now, down to $37. This thing was trading over $100 not too long ago, and now it's down 42% in the last 24 hours. And this is a top 10 cryptocurrency, right? By market cap, which I'm pretty sure it's not anymore after today. But yeah, I mean, looking at some of the prices right now, Bitcoin trading at under 31,000, Ethereum under 2,300, and Tether here, even though it might be kind of shady, is actually still holding its value at 99 cents. By BNB $304. Again, USD, a centralized stablecoin, doing its job of keeping its peg close to $1 there. XRP 50 cents. Solana down to $64. Cardano. But Terra USD, oh my goodness, 85.8 cents right now. Yep, Terra right now is out of the top 10. I'm not surprised because I have seen Luna dump quite aggressively during these crashes because the UST stablecoin lost its peg, right? So I remember last May, so a year ago, we had that big May crash. If you guys were around last year, Luna did drop from, let's see here. I remember buying Luna when it was around like $16 around here because Crypto Banter was talking about it. I was like, okay, I might as well jump into Luna. But then all of a sudden it crashed down to around $6, yeah, $6 range, and it stayed there for quite some time, and that's why I actually ended up picking up some of them. I actually ended up picking up a bag down here as well, and then I just rode this thing all the way to the top here. I took some profits along here, and then took some profits along here as well. So you know what? When you 10x your money, I mean, I think it's a safe rule to basically take some profits, and that's what I did here. So when I bought some Luna around $6, I did cash out probably like 50-60% of my Luna when it was around over $100. And then, my goodness, I still have some Luna staked just in case if I get some airdrops and stuff like that. But I mean, this is devastation right now. As you can see, it's just a straight waterfall down, basically. But yeah, like I said, like Luna last year, I remember when it did crash from $16 all the way down to like $6 or so, because UST also lost its peg as well, but not to this extent. I mean, this is insane. I mean, if we go max out the chart here, I mean, you can see right here, it lost its peg. It went down to like, what is it here? 96 cents or so. So, I mean, it lost a little bit, and then, that caused some panic amongst the Luna holders, and there's just caused a big sell-off, right? But I mean, it is nothing compared. I mean, you can look at the chart right now. It is nothing compared to what we're seeing right now with Luna and the USD stablecoin. This is not good. Not good. All right, so Alex Becker on Twitter, this is what he says. Bull markets don't go straight up. Bear markets don't go straight down, especially a bear market where everyone is tier 10 horny to buy the crypto dip and get rich. Likely we doink off 29K-ish and range for 1 to 2 months. NFTs will catch fire soon as BTC stops dumping and goes sideways. So I do kind of agree with him on this. I do agree with him on this. And hopefully it plays out. But again, I mean, this market is so unpredictable, guys. No one can predict this market. But I do agree with what he says, because this is just based off of what happened last year. Exactly what happened last year is that we did go down to 29,000 with Bitcoin, right? And then I remember I minted my first Doge Pound NFTs around July, and I remember Becker talked about it. And that was basically the beginning of the PFP NFT boom that we had last summer, right? And that was when Bitcoin basically just stalled around. It basically bottomed out at the 29,000 to 30-ish, low 30-ish thousand range, and NFTs caught fire. So Becker is basically just extrapolating what happened last year, and hopefully, it plays out the same way this time, provided that we do currently. I mean, Bitcoin has to hold the 29,000 range in order for this to play out. But I will say that the macro environment is totally different this time because, with the Federal Reserve wanting to keep inflation down. Meanwhile, last year, they said inflation was temporary, right? So the things are a little bit different. So let's see what happens. I mean, we all want, especially us NFT degens, we want the NFT market to catch fire again, right? Because you look at the NFT market right now, not this. Though I wouldn't be surprised that Thick Pokemon is actually pumping because Becker did just talk about it on his Twitter like a few minutes ago, like half an hour ago. So this is what he says. See, the problem with drop-based NFTs is drops don't work in the bear. The easy money is gone. If it's based only on money, it will be too. The meta is going to get back to community and art. Join a group of people that give you value. Find art you vibe with. Make NFTs fun again. So also known as this. So I remember Becker, when I first watched him like last year, he was talking about thick Pokemon. He was collecting thick Pokemon cards as NFTs. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is popping right now. Though I don't know how to find those exactly. What is it? Thick Pokemon? Thick Pikachu? Is it this one? 5 ETH? Yeah, but I don't even know if this is like the legit, what is this? Thick Labs Generation 1? Is this what it is? Definitely not this. Do not buy that. Whoever just minted this wanted 5 ETH for it, but obviously no one wants to buy that. But anyways, let's stay on topic here. So right now you look at the NFT market. What I've been noticing is that the last 2-3 months, or the last several weeks or so, NFTs have just basically been kind of tied to the health of the crypto markets. There have been some select NFT projects that have been in this nice uptrend, like Azuki, Bored Ape Yacht Club for sure, until they had their land sale recently, which basically, looking back, it could be the local top, right? Mutant 8 Yacht Club was at one point like 40 ETH. Now it's actually dropped down over 50%, down to 18.88 ETH. OK Bears, this is one that I've been noticing gaining a lot of traction. I don't know much about it, but I've just reading on Twitter, like a lot of the Bored Ape Yacht Club community members are aping into the Solana NFTs, and OK Bears is the one that they have chosen to ape into. And if you look at OK Bears, the art style is very, when I first looked at the art style, it definitely gave me this Bored Ape Yacht Club vibe, right? Just the art style. It just looks like a Bored Ape Yacht Club ish style, right? So but yeah, right now the floor price for these is 128 Solana. But Azuki it's like high 20s. Now it's down to like 15.5 ETH. Doodles, I think Doodles has some kind of airdrop that's coming up this week, and I think they went up to like 22 ETH earlier. I think last week it went up to like 22 ETH or something. Now they're down a little bit. Moonbirds down to 22 ETH. VFriend Series 2, one that I'm keeping my eyes on right now, is at 0.59 ETH. And also, if anyone is going to Veecon, let me know in the comments, because I do have my Veecon ticket, and so a Veecon ticket right now is 0.22 ETH, which I think is absolutely cheap compared to what it was before. I remember looking at this when the VFriends Series 1 people got their airdrop of the Veecon tickets. People were selling it for over 2 ETH, right? And even Gary Vee was saying, I think right before the art revealed, he was saying that he wanted the paper hands to be destroyed. But in my mind, I had a feeling that as soon as it revealed that the floor price would dump, right? So it did dump from like 1.8. I remember before reveal it was like sitting around 1.8 ETH. And then after reveal, it went down to like 0.9 ETH. And I was like, it's great that it dumped 50%, but at the same time, I'm not paying like $4,000 or $5,000. Or I mean, what is it? Sorry, that's not how much it is, but 0.9 ETH. I'm thinking in terms of Canadian dollars here. 0.9 ETH at the time, maybe around $3,000, right? $3,500. I'm not going to pay $3,500 for a conference. So I did wait for this thing to go down and down and down and down and down. But I picked up my Veecon ticket at 0.26 ETH, and I got my hotel booked, and I got my my airfare tickets booked as well. So that is next Wednesday. So if anyone, or I'm actually going to be in Minneapolis next Wednesday. So anyone that's going to Veecon, let me know. We can definitely meet up during that time. So NFT market right now, hopefully we do get a nice little bounce. Hopefully, I think NFTs will have a nice bounce, just like altcoins will have a nice bounce as soon as Bitcoin starts to stabilize. But let's see how low Bitcoin goes, because there's a lot of fear out there. So let me quickly check the fear and greed index since it just updated. So yesterday it was at 11, and oh no, we still got about 10 minutes left. All right, so the next update will happen in 10 minutes. So yesterday, extreme fear was at 11, and extreme fear the day before that was 18. Last week was 28, 30. So what I remembered is back in January when Ethereum, actually when Bitcoin went down to like 33,000, that was the low at that time. The extreme fear went down to 10, I believe. And also when Bitcoin went down to like 29,000 or something like last July or last June, I can't remember what month exactly, but it went down to 29,000. The extreme fear, the index was sitting at 10. So my guess is that in the next 9 minutes of me making this video, and by the time you watch this video, you'll know for sure what the exact number is. But my prediction is that it's going to be probably around 10. I think that's where it's going to be, 10 or possibly in the single digits. But I definitely see it being lower than it was yesterday because we dumped even more so today. So things just don't look good. I mean, let's look at the stock market, for instance. The stock market, I mean, even looking at the stock market today, I mean, today the stock market, the S&P was down, the S&P was down 3%, right? S&P 500, 3.2%. The Dow was almost 2%. Bitcoin was down 11%, right? So, things looking very, very, very bad. Oh my God, it's still going down. 84, 83 cents. Oh, please help us. Please help us. Oh my goodness, down 47%. Oh, damn. How's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin is 30,400. So ETH is, oh man, it's down 3% in the last hour. Okay. Oh, we're down below 31,000. Okay. So the update just happened, and you look at that. We reached a level of 10, like I just said not too long ago. So I don't think I've ever seen it go below 10. So we're at the absolute bottom from my recollection. So I could be wrong, but from my recollection, this is the lowest I've ever seen the fear and greed index, and it's at 10 right now. So could this be a good bottom indicator, right? Who knows? But let's see, the next update is going to be in 23 hours, well, basically in 24 hours. So, yeah, so 10. In fact, let me look at the, let me see here. So if we look at max here, see over time, where has it been the lowest? 14? 10. Okay, how about, it looks like it's a little bit lower over here. But I can't get the mouse to go there. 5. Okay, never mind. So obviously, I guess it could go lower because this is the bear market back in 20, what was it, 2019? Yeah. Okay, disregard what I said about 10 being the absolute lowest, but it looks like 5 is the lowest that I see right there. And this is back in, I mean, why can't I get my mouse there? I can't get my mouse on that. But yeah, you guys just saw that. 5 is the absolute lowest. I don't know why I can't get it to there, but 5 is the absolute lowest I see on this chart. But living proof of me actually experiencing it, 10 is the lowest I've ever seen it. So who knows? This could be the bottom, or we could go down even more. And there's a lot of fear out there. There's a lot of fear out there. All right, so this last section of this video, we're going to talk about airdrops, because honestly, when we have a bear market that's happening in front of our eyes and, you know, a very bad macroeconomic outlook in the next little bit, I'm keeping my eyes on airdrops, airdrop opportunities, basically. So I highly recommend, if you are on Twitter, to follow this page for, like, these guys are really good with these airdrop news and updates. So it's at DeFi_airdrops. So last week, or the week before, we had the Optimism airdrop that was announced, right? And then last week, we also had another airdrop, which is the Hop Exchange, or the Hop Protocol airdrop with their Hop token. So you can actually go on the Hop Protocol website and go to airdrops here, and then just connect your wallet to see if you're eligible. Now, a lot of people are disappointed because in order to be eligible for this airdrop, you had to do at least 2 bridges, and it had to be at least $1,000 in volume. So meaning that, so I mean, one way you could do it is if you were bridging like $100 at a time, but you did it 10 times in total, so that's $1,000 in volume, right? Or $200 5 times, or $300 for like three and a half. Well, you can't do 3.5, but 4 times, right? You get what I'm saying, right? So you want to basically bridge using the bridge, and just bridge at least $1,000 in volume. So a lot of people didn't bridge enough volume, and therefore they were not eligible for the token airdrop. I don't know. Let's see what happens to the Hop airdrop, but there is, just judging by the amount of people on Twitter saying that they're disappointed because they didn't get it. Let's see if that has any negative effect on price action when it comes to the Hop token when it gets released. Again, we don't know when that's going to happen, but probably very soon. I actually was just reading this email from Bankless. So they're talking about this airdrop season within this bear market, right? So I mean, this is what they said. So 2 weeks ago, we had the Optimism announcing their OP token. Last week we have Hop Protocol. But you can see, but the airdrop criteria is different now than in the past. If Optimism and Hop are any indications, the days of mindless airdrop farming are gone. So people that are farming for airdrops, just doing like one swap here in this protocol, just in hopes of getting an airdrop, it seems like those days are gone, is what they're saying. So airdrop designers are getting smarter. They're finding ways to identify value-adding users while filtering out extractive farmers. As a result, the meta has shifted for those trying to score an airdrop. The standards for airdrop criteria are being raised to ensure that only aligned community members receive tokens. Are you hoping to score some airdrops this season? We'll need to explore how the meta has shifted since the last airdrop season. Let me get some water. Last October, we released our ultimate guide to airdrops to Bankless Premium members. We listed 25 apps and protocols likely to issue an airdrop to its users. The first 5 are free. So 6 months later, here's how we're doing. So Element Finance, Hop Protocol, DeFi Saver has not have an airdrop confirmed yet. Undo Finance, Saddle Finance, the rest. Cow Swap had an airdrop confirmed. ENS is a big one that we had. OpenSea, they're saying likely never doing a token. Honorable mention MetaMask, likely not doing a token. We'll see what happens. But we must ask ourselves, now that the meta has shifted How do you make sure you get the airdrop? The answer is simple. Behave like a normal user. So just use the protocol like you would normally, right? In order to get airdrops that are meant for user, it makes sense to use the application as if you were one rather than a misaligned airdrop farmer. Use a meaningful amount of money. Don't just do the bare minimum. Explore and interact with all aspects of the protocol. Use the apps on a frequent, recurring basis. As my wise colleague says, give a protocol what it wants, and it will pay you for it. So, become a genuine user, explore the frontier. But this is also, you got to remember here. You could lose what you put in, right? Because that protocol that you're using could possibly not have an airdrop or a token, right? We're on the frontier. We're headed west. If it's not for everyone, but we're glad you're with us on the bankless journey. Okay, yada, yada, yada. So since Optimism has confirmed its airdrop, Arbitrum, I mean, why would they not do an airdrop? Because, I mean, they're the main competitor to Optimism, right? So they got to keep up with Optimism. So one thing I've been doing recently, and I've been doing this for a while too. I mean, you have seen in my older airdrop videos where I have talked about Arbitrum as being a potential airdrop, in the future, right? So one way is I basically just bridge over to Arbitrum. I mean, that's the easiest one. So if you want to use the Arbitrum bridge, so I just go to view token bridge here at the top, right? Yeah, so I highly recommend if you have not bridged over to Arbitrum for mainnet Ethereum that you do so. So as you can see, I only bridged over like a small amount, like 0.0559 over to layer 2. I'm going to plan on bridging more over. Once you have bridged over your funds to Arbitrum, you can use all these apps that are built on Arbitrum right now. So you got 1inch, this is like a swap protocol. Aave, a lending protocol, right? A cross protocol is a bridging protocol. They also got some NFT marketplaces here. Just play. So what I'm trying to say is just play around with this. Make yourself active in the Arbitrum ecosystem. And then, who knows, down the future, down the road, that you will get an airdrop from the Arbitrum team, right? So this is what you're gonna have to do. So if I go to 1inch, so this is 1inch right here. So if you want to use Arbitrum, make sure again you have your funds transferred over to Arbitrum, right? And then you can just choose whatever network you want to use. So you can see it's quite versatile here. You got BNB, Polygon, Optimism, Arbitrum, Gnosis, Avalanche, Phantom, right? So Arbitrum, boom. And then I don't have my wallet connected, but once I do, then I'll have some ETH there. I can maybe just sell it to USDT or any other token, right? Badger, Balancer, Compound, whatever you want. Just do some swaps there. And yeah. And it's not just 1inch. I mean, there's other protocols, right? Just basically what I'm trying to say is just play around with the protocols on Arbitrum. And yeah, who knows? You might get an airdrop, and I'll definitely help you in this bear market that we're experiencing, right? So guys, I will leave the video at that. If you guys like the video, I appreciate the like. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time.